Momma Dee is at it again. She's exposing her former daughter-in-law, Bambi. So recently, Momma Dee and Benzino stirred up some tea on YouTube. And it seems that Momma Dee was determined to get the truth out there, and Benzino was more willing to spill it. So recently, she uploaded a video on her YouTube channel featuring her special guest, Benzino. So following each episode of Love and Hip Hop, Momma Dee shares a recap on her YouTube channel, and she also provides viewers with insights into what happens behind the scenes. So anywho, Momma Dee and Benzino had a discussion on her YouTube platform about the infamous hot tub scene involving Bambi, Kirk Frost, and Mary Jane, who was a friend of Bambi at the time. Now, fans may remember this from a previous episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, where Bambi found herself in a compromising situation. She was an adult, and regardless of others' opinions, she did not smash the homie. And it's interesting to see more men participating in these tell-all interviews these days. So Benzino was spilling all the tea, and he didn't hold back. So he revealed that when the hot tub scandal occurred, Scrappy and Bambi, they were talking, but they wasn't really in a relationship. Scrappy was in rehab at the time, and he shockingly discovered the hot tub scene on TV while he was in there. So Scrappy himself also collaborated Benzino's story in an interview he did with Carlos King. So in this hot tub scene, things get a little raunchy with some nudity, okay, in the hot tub with Kirk Frost, Benzino, Mary Jane, and Bambi. Mind you, Kirk Frost was a married man at the time, and allegedly Rasheeda had given him a pass to do whatever. Now, if you're a real Love and Hip Hop fan, you know that Rasheeda also cheated on Kirk, which she revealed on the show. That's what she said. I don't know. I'm not sure if I believe her. I think she said that in order to take the heat off Kirk Frost, because around that time, he not only did this raunchy hot tub scene on Love and Hip Hop, but he had a baby outside Rasheeda. So back to the hot tub scene. Once that scene ended, the party didn't stop there. It then moved to the bedroom, in which Bambi was not involved in. Mendices Benzino made that clear. So let's listen to what he had to say, because some of the things he revealed I didn't even know. So yeah, here it is.
Why would I?
Benzino said nothing. But he's gonna talk a little bit now.
But so I'm gonna be totally honest. So when me and Bambi met, it was more like, okay, I had just got on Love and Hip Hop. I was single, and then I knew something was up with her and Scrappy, but I didn't know what was going on, and it looked like the show. No, okay. It looked like the show was kind of like amping it up, like, yeah, Benzino, and I was like, I mean, Bambi probably was the tallest chick I ever went out with. So you know what I'm saying? So when I see pictures of her, I was like, damn, I'm short as hell. I was like, wow, I looked real short. Like in life, I didn't think I was, but in pictures, I was like, man, I'm too short. So when we would take pictures together and shit, so I was really nice to her. I used to invite her over to the crib. She would bring all her friends, her family with her. I used to cook for them. Just be a real gentleman. She spent the night a couple of times, you know what I'm saying, maybe like got to first base, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but never really tried to like pursue, like to get to third base, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You know what that means.
I understand.
You know about baseball, right?
Bases,
the bases, right?
I got it.
Right. So the whole time, Bambi,
my cold drinker.
Bambi had this friend named Mary Jane. So up until the cabin, I didn't get the box, right? I'm thinking at the cabin, it's getting ready to go down, right? Right. So we invited Bobby V up there. He was gonna bring some girls. Kirk was gonna be there. The night before, this is true, all right? The night before, we was all there. It was me, Bambi, and Bambi had her girlfriend, Mary Jane. Now, Mary Jane's like a wild card back then. No disrespect to Mary Jane, but she just like a wild card. Mm-hmm. So we was in the studio. It was in the studio downstairs in the basement, and they was plotting the whole thing about the hot tub. That she was like, so Mary Jane was gonna like smash Kurt. No. Yes, I'm telling no lie. I have no reason to lie.
Rasheeda, you need to be careful who you let in your circle that wanted your man that night.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going.
Was very respectful, but they wanted your man.
So now
befriending all of them going against Scrappy.
So that was the plan. That was the plan for Kurt to smash Mary Jane that night. Ooh. Right? So
yes. So, give me the tea. Give me the tea.
I give you some more tea? Okay. So Kurt at this time was going through situations with Rasheeda, and I'm like, you know, like, from my understanding, Rasheeda gave her a pass. And I was like, that's some dope shit. Like, me and Kurt had, you know, conversations, and I was like, yo, my nigga, like, Kurt was like my hero at that point because I've never heard of that. Like, I've never heard of, like, a pass to go up to the cabin and wild out. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, this is dope, Kurt. I was like, but then I'm thinking like, well, the cameras are gonna be there.
But women do that to test their men though. We will do that. Like, I'm gonna see what you'll do if I loose this leech stuff on you. And men don't fall for that because we're really setting your asses up. Right. We're setting that ass up to see, do you really have us here? Yeah.
Well, I thought Kurt like said all that. I'm just like, yo, he really got, you know, like, that's some real love, right? I was impressed, and I was like, okay, this is dope. We went up there. Bobby brought some girls. Mm-hmm. Then we got in the hot tub, right? I'm thinking that, it's going down. At the whole time, I'm thinking it's going down. We getting drunk as hell. Mm-hmm. So we get in the tub, you know, we start kissing or whatever. But then Kurt's starting to like feel like getting the feeling. I'm like, this is really going down in front of the cameras. I couldn't believe this shit. I really couldn't believe this shit.
Yeah.
I mean, ass kissing, everything was just going crazy, like, right? And there's like 5 cameras in every angle. When it was time to go to the bedroom, you want to hear this?
Yeah, I want to hear it. Y'all want to hear it? Y'all want to hear it? I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Come on, I want to hear it.
We was all go to the bedroom. I'm like, hell yes, finally. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like a bunch of dating, a bunch of cooking and playing games and shit. I'm like, it was weeks of this shit. I'm like, finally. Then I get up there, right? She's like, nah, it's not going. She said, I can't do it, Zena. I'm like, huh? I'm like, she said, nah. And I was like, I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Like, no is no. Mm-hmm. No is no is no.
Yeah, with a woman.
You know what I'm saying? I respect it. I didn't have no problems with it. All I remember is that the production was like, listen, we need y'all to walk in Kurt's room. You want to know what happened?
What?
When Bambi walked in the room, Bambi screamed and ran out. She screamed like, ah, and ran out. Like, I'm looking at her like, damn, what the fuck is the matter with her? Like, and then I'm looking, they all on the bed. It's crazy. I'm sitting there, right? One of the photographers looking like mad weird as shit. He just got the thing by the bed like this, and he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and he's like, shh. I'm like, what you mean, shh? And I'm just looking there, I'm just like stuck, and I couldn't believe it.
What did you see?
I can't tell you.
Oh, come on.
So, I don't want him to say that.
Yeah. So, but is that the tea that you came to drop this evening?
I mean, that was some pretty good tea.
That was
right?
a pretty good tea.
Yeah.
But we heard that there was some like Hennessy that she was finna drop on us. Not some.
All right, I'm gonna keep going.
Keep going. Wait. So we're gonna hold that to probably like 9:45.
Okay.
Because we don't want to end it too.
Yeah, so no.
She said she want to know too.
No, well, it had nothing to do with me, so you know what I'm saying. The reason before I spill all this tea, the main tea when I got in the room and what I seen, the only reason I'm doing this is because I felt like Bambi used me from the start.
Yeah.
Bambi, and let me tell you why. Mm-hmm. Bambi wanted to make Scrappy jealous when she was dating me, and my dumb ass didn't know that.
But he was with somebody else, right?
I don't know who he was with. But I know now. I know now
that
that Bambi was just dating to get on the show to get with Scrappy.
That's why I've been trying to tell people.
That's 100%.
That's why I've been trying to tell you.
That now. I always felt like once I knew that, I still was being a gentleman. Still didn't like.
And thank you for respecting my son.
Still never
was mad.
Right, and still never disrespected or even like was mad. I just took it like a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And moved on. You know what I'm saying? Scrap's a little taller than me. You know what I'm saying? It's a better fit. You know, at that time.
Yeah.
When Bambi was going through this, when they brought up the hot tub scene on Love and Hip Hop, this past season.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, this was a long time ago. And I'm like, why they doing this? Bambi sat up in there when they was giving her slack because her and Rasheeda were friends. And they're like, damn, did you set up Kirk for them? She gonna say, well, I know y'all don't like the way Benzino looked, but he was cool with, he was kind of, he was always kind of like the homie or something. I'm like, you try to throw a shot at me even still. See, Bambi is calculated and tries to throw shots. You know, like honestly, and
I'm telling you,
and she plays innocent.
Yep.
All right, so that's the only reason I'm doing this.
I'm trying to tell y'all.
All right, that's true.
When
Momma
she
Dee
was
right.
going back and forth with my granddaughter Imani, y'all
She's too
seen
slick.
it.
She's too slick with it.
She's real slick.
She's too slick with it.
But I'm slicker, and Scrappy didn't warn her about me, because if she did, she would have been shut the hell up long time.
And that's why her messing with Rasheeda trying to be cool always messed me up.
Rasheeda didn't know that Bambi wanted your man too that night. Tell the truth.
Bambi did want Kirk that night.
Yes, sir. God from the shit.
She did want Kirk that night.
Yep.
Bambi.
Thank you, Kirk, for being faithful to Rasheeda. Y'all belong.
Bambi and Mary Jane had an argument over Kirk.
What was the argument about? That's somebody's husband.
Because when I walked in the room, everybody was butt naked.
Catch me.
Hold on, Momma Dee, come back. Come on.
Get in the back. I'm finna do the Bambi, the fake, because I don't want to touch the mic.
Bambi was mad at Mary Jane because she didn't know Mary Jane was going to go all the way that night. Bambi really didn't want Mary Jane to go all the way because Bambi liked Kirk herself. That's the truth.
They said, did you get butt naked with them?
No.
He said he left the room.
Do you believe it?
Listen, production, I want to leave that night because I was upset because at the end of the day, I'm like, I had to stay the night and I had to wake up and me and Kurt had that conversation and to me, like I said, Kurt was my hero. That whole scene, Kurt was my hero. All three of them was really into Kurt.
So what do you think that you saw these people naked, or you know that they were naked?
Butterball naked.
What do you assume went down though?
Rasheeda,
I mean, if I'm in the room with somebody butt naked, with two girls butt naked,
and for that,
I know what I'm gonna do.
For that, God ain't gonna bless that, and
I
that
can't speak
man
for
didn't have
everybody.
nothing to do with that.
Listen, Momma Dee, if I'm in the room with two girls butt naked, I know what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Or pass.
But to do that and be in Rasheeda's face, and I know for a fact.
There you have it, folks. Benzino's tell-all about Bambi. Now, this happened more than a decade ago, but it is one of the most talked about scenes in reality TV history. Momma Dee is holding a real grudge against Bambi, and I honestly think it's hatred. She can't stand this lady. She despises her. Now, Momma Dee does her recaps after every show, and I noticed that her recaps are centered around Bambi. It's interesting. And Benzino seems to have a grudge against Bambi as well. Perhaps maybe he's upset that she wanted Kirk and not him, that she married Scrappy and not him. I don't know. And I would like to know Scrappy's thoughts about Benzino's tell-all about the mother of his kids. And I don't really see what Bambi did that was wrong. She was just enjoying herself in a hot tub, maybe shared a few kisses with Benzino, and that's it. But the scandal really happened with Kirk Frost and those two other ladies. But Bambi, she's innocent.